Hello. Okay. Not using headphones because it messes everything up, but I am using a microphone. So I need somebody to join to tell me if it's working, or else I have to go back and restart without the microphone. So hopefully somebody joins the stream in the next little bit and lets me know if you can hear me. I think I'm all the way up in volume. Yes. There's one person here. Can you do a like if you can hear me? Does that heart mean a like? Yay, you can hear me. Woohoo! I finally figured it out. I don't know what is wrong with my electronics lately, but they sure don't like me. Hello, Melanie. Oh, you're new. Yay. Hello, hello. Okay, while people join, I thought I'd read you a poem. What do you think? Hi, everybody. So, this is my book, and each chapter starts with a poem. So you'll have to excuse me because I'm not as good at reading out loud since the stroke. Also, I get really nervous, but all of the poems I wrote, or my guides, or a combination of the two of us. Hi, everybody. Yay. I'm so glad you guys can hear me. Is it everything working? You can still see and hear me? So exciting, right? Okay, so this poem is at the beginning of chapter 8. Help and Healing from Your Guides is the title. I think it might be backwards. I don't know when you guys see it. But yeah, so just while people are tuning in, I thought it would be, I don't know, just a nice little treat to hear one of my poems. Okay, here we go. Don't be nervous. Okay, the title of the poem is called Thrive. This world tells us to be strong, stand alone. We must achieve success with strength on our own. Be an island, a star, shine as bright as you can. Don't look back, focus forward. Have goals, set a plan. It all sounds so easy, yet we suffer great pain. So many strong people cry rivers like rain. This world tells each person they are doing it wrong. If we cannot thrive in chaos, then we are not strong. Do not believe it. There is no badge to be won by suffering in silence until life is done. Draw close to your family, your friends, and your foe. Find your village, your people, and soon you will know. There is strength in numbers. You are not alone. In the many who love you, you can find a new home. Society is wrong. It is speaking great lies. You can see it in so many human sad eyes. We are lonely, distraught, and suffering despair. We feel we are owed it because life is not fair. Hear me when I speak. You are surrounded in love from your family, your friends, and guides up above. So if you're feeling despair, one lone shining light, know there is strength in numbers. You can win the you can win the fight. Yeah, there's a little poem for you. Just I don't know. Everything needs I don't know. What's the word? Support maybe is the word. Yeah. A little poem. Perfect poem for today. Oh, thanks. You said you feel like this is a choose your own adventures game. It's the wrong one. Do we ever feel that way on the other side? No. Like about our lives there, you mean? If that's what you mean, then no. We need encouragement and support. Thank you. Great poem. Yeah. I don't know. Some of these poems are, I think, yeah, they bring me comfort. Yeah. All right. Let's get started now that people know I'm here. Did I post that I was going live? Probably I should. Sorry, guys. You get to see me post. Uh, I probably should turn the sound off. I'm not good at typing anymore. So there we go. Um, how are you doing, Amber? I'm doing really good. I actually slept last night, so that's good. Um, and I don't know, I feel a little bit more hopeful today. I've taken a break from the chaos, if you will. Um, did get some, what's that word like? Um, I know there's a word for it, but like pushback for the live I did yesterday. What's the word? Like people be angry. um, just because I did a little bit express some of my own opinions, which I'm human and I get to have those, but I try to be really understanding and empathic and non judgmental with most of the stuff I say. But also, I'm Canadian. I live in Canada. And what happens in Canada affects me and my kids and my family and my livelihood. And yeah, I'm not going to be a completely impartial person all the time because I'm human. And I think, yeah, it's always nice. I like hearing other people's points of view about certain things, especially like in spirituality. I love to have like conversation with people who practice different religions. And when I chose to like turn to religion when I was young, when I was 15, I went to like 10 different churches before I decided on one. And I was 15, so I didn't fully understand, like, the background of each religion. I just understood I felt good at some and didn't at others, but I was totally open to all different religions and choices, and so, you know, I'm like that in my life too. I agree with certain things and I disagree with other things, and yeah, I am not a politician or a completely impartial person. I don't make money doing this. So, the reason of, hey, we're paying you to do this. No, you're not. On YouTube, I've been live a lot lately and I have made less than $50 because I don't have enough subscribers to make any more. And they don't pay out $50. So I actually haven't made anything. So yeah. Uh, what would happen if souls stopped coming to Earth and all stayed on the other side? I don't know because that's not going to happen. Every time we've ruined the Earth and all of the humans have died, um, another Earth just begins. So it's it's not going to happen. So I don't think I could get an answer for that. Can we compare no sense of space to having a bunch of tabs open? You can view any tab at any time and see what's going on. I don't understand like what you're saying, like what you're referencing. I don't know that that makes sense to me. So maybe di- explaining it a little bit different might help. Hello, RR. How are you? If you guys could like and share and subscribe, that would be fabulous. The likes actually do really help the algorithm because it shows that you're enjoying the content, I think. Except, is there a down, like a not like button? Because don't do that. You guys are so quiet today. I hear you, Amber, but please know how much we appreciate you. I'm always so happy to see you come on. Oh, thanks. I feel so protective of you. Let me at those who are being mean to you. There's always people that are somewhat being mean. Um, and most of the time I can handle it. If there's a lot, then I start to like be a toddler and I want to quit. This is horrible. But most of the time, like I'm just in my little house all by myself, talking to a computer, right? And I understand a lot of people have a lot of stress and pressure right now and a lot of anger and fear. And usually, when we carry a lot of anger and fear, we like to throw it at other people because it lets us get it off our chest. And that I understand because that is what I did when I was young. Instead of going, oh, okay, I got to figure out what's wrong with me and why I feel so different, I was angry, like so angry. And God forbid anybody in any way ticked me off because I would project all of that anger and all of that fear on them. So I understand it and I can empathize and have sympathy for it. But you're not going to get an angry response from me if you are going to be awful to me. And when I feel like I want to do that, I always send it to my little sister and she talks me out of it. Amber, if you put a link or two in your show notes where people can donate directly to you instead of YouTube. I would have no idea how to do that at all. I am not, what's it called? I am not tech savvy, like PayPal or whatever they're called. I see others on YouTube doing it. I do have a PayPal with my email. I feel bad doing that. Packing in, wow, lucky us. Oh, thanks, Sherry. Me too. Chapter 3. The other night I wanted to go off on someone. Could you contact a famous dead person and have a chat if you wanted? Yes. And when I first accepted my gifts, that's all my sister wanted to do. What happened to Tupac? Talk to them. What about this famous person or this famous artist or this? Yeah. So we did a lot of that when I first accepted my gifts because it was really fun. No sense of time or space on the other side. It's like having a bunch of tabs open on your phone where you can flip through screens and apps. The other side can flip through different lives. It's not that they can flip through them. They can just see all of them at the same time. It's it's all happening simultaneously. That saying everything everywhere all at once. That's the other side. Are a lot of people who voted for T regretting it now seeing what he is doing? Yes. Yes, but again, you know, regret is a lesson. And obviously the collective needed this for some reason. Haha, Michelle is such a great sounding board for you. Yes, she is. Do you know how many times she has been like, absolutely do not say that. That is horrible. Take a breath. The other day you mentioned that some of our pets incarnate and come back to us. How do we ensure we don't miss them coming back? Um, I don't think you can ensure it. Like it feels familiar and it's not like the same pet. So like Gus is definitely part of Walter's soul. And there's like a few little things that were like off the hop clued us into that, but he's a very different dog than Walter. Selling your sell your art. Don't feel bad about asking for donations. You are a parent and can save it for your kids' college funds. Yes, my daughter is right in the waiting to see if she's accepted. She is accepted at a university, but it's like a 9-hour drive from the ferry. Like I live on an island, and it's in a, a town that I would be nervous for her to live by herself. Um, yeah, so we're crossing our fingers to see if she gets into the university here, but it's very, very, very hard to get in. And they don't really take high school graduates like that first year into the program. They'd like them to be more mature because she's going into nursing. So we're crossing our fingers. We actually find out this month if she gets in early acceptance. If she doesn't, we have to wait to see if she gets into the other two on the island. If not, she's going to have to go to the one that's a 6-year commitment because it's a small community and they like to go there. You get cheaper tuition, but you have to commit to working there for 2 years after you graduate. And so it's a 6-year away from home commitment. So, yeah. All of that, I just went on a tangent. Yes, I could sell my art, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Money is hard for me. Um, will our trans loved ones in the US be okay during these times? I would love to say yes. Um, hate does horrible, horrible, horrible things, and so does like a mob mentality. So I hope so. Um, I don't know. Yeah, I hope so. Love you both together. The vibe is the absolute best. Prayers for VA, right? I hope she gets into the university near you. And nursing is an amazing profession. My mom is a retired nurse and supported herself financially as a single person. Yes, my mother-in-law did as well. She was a nurse for 30 or 40 years before she passed from cancer. Yeah, I have money anxiety. Me too. That's like my biggest, and like I am very, very blessed. My husband does make us enough for us to live. Um, but I try to make stuff for fun things like vacations. I do all the saving for the kids' education and stuff like that. I try to contribute in that way, but like we would survive um, on only Mike's income. To our guides, the prayer you say with you all things are possible. Is it possible to find peace despite who is in office? Yes. I think we can find peace in any time. Uh-oh, everybody disappeared. Can you guys still see me? Maybe it's just my computer glitching. It went down really low. Um, but yeah, I think we can find peace in anything, any moment. What can you recommend for somebody in the middle of a spiritual awakening and understanding the signs? Okay, thanks, guys. Um, honestly, my number one first thing I say with anybody who is starting their sort of spiritual journey is setting your boundaries, not just boundaries with other people, but like energetic boundaries, but also boundaries around how much time are you going to devote to this, because it can become all encompassing, and you are here to live a human life. And so you don't want to almost get paralyzed looking for signs, because you are capable of doing all things. Are you holding new classes soon, online or remotely? Um, I could. What do you guys want? Are you? Oh, my oldest daughter went to VIU and started her nursing career at the start of the pandemic. Can you say stressful? Oh wow, yes. Jeez. One of my friend's daughters was going to have to move away for college, but she didn't appeal, even though her preferred college didn't post their appeal process, and it worked. Oh, that would be fun. Yeah, it's stressful. And like, okay, so I don't know the actual numbers, but the program she really wants, there's I think 80 seats in it, and they have like I don't know, 1,600 or 2,000 applicants. So, like, you have to most of the time, it's based on 2 different things, and your grades have to be at a 95% average. Grace's is at 90 or 91. And then the Casper test, which is an ethics test you have to take. And she got the best score you can on that. So I'm hoping that will balance out the fact that her grades aren't as high. I have so much appreciation for your perseverance, Amber. Wishing you an abundance of health and strength. Oh, thanks, Lily. I just want to hang out with you and learn to be in this world. You know what? I look like I'm know what I'm doing all the time. I'm human and I don't always know what I'm doing. And I do make a lot of mistakes and struggle. And I have my anxieties and stuff like that. So when I'm sitting here talking to you guys, my guides are standing right next to me. And so I channel their energy. So when I'm answering these questions, it's more their answers. And so everything's super easy. And then I leave this room and I'm human. I would love a collective healing session like the one you had before. That would be I don't even remember. Like, I don't remember it. Were you in it? Did it like, did I just talk the whole time and walk everybody through a healing? Do guides nudge you in the right direction or send people in your life to help? Or are they just observers who make sure you stick to your pre-life plan? All of the above. So sometimes they will nudge you in the right direction, like good or bad. So really a lot of lessons or a lot of teaching. Sometimes they'll send you and your higher self and your guides will send people into your life. And sometimes they're just checking in to say, hey, good job. Hello, Denise. If we had a session online, would you be able to see or sense my guides? Yes. Yeah. I would love a spiritual philosophy class with you where we discuss the deeper meaning of the soul experiences. Ooh, that would be really fun. I should do that. It was on Facebook. Yes, it was 2 hours. Oh, so I just did a collective healing. I honestly don't remember that. How strong is free will in shaping our reality? Things have been pretty hectic in my life for the past 15 years, so I couldn't achieve my initial plan. Um, it's huge in shaping your reality. Um, but also there's certain lessons you have to learn in every life and you can't really avoid them. I wonder if what and I wonder if my will wasn't enough or I'm supposed to go through some suffering and awakening before going to the next phase. I think probably all of it. Um, yeah, our lives can't just be sunshine and rainbows because it would be number one boring, but also that is how it is on the other side. We come here for everything else. Healing session sounds amazing. Yeah. Thanks for your live sessions. My question is, are nonverbal autistic kids telepathic? Some are, not all. I got to choke. I can feel it. But I have yet to meet a nonverbal human that isn't an old soul. So they might not be telepathic, but they definitely are higher connected. The first section was teaching, and then your guides offered collective healing. Oh, okay. You did talk us through the collective healing. Huh, look at me go. I am finally accepting my life, learning the acceptance and faith is the way to peace. Learning that acceptance and faith is the way to peace. Yes. If there is no space and time, then when we replay your videos, we should still get that wonderful mood control, right? Yes, that is very true. It is always there, but not because of the no space or time, just because once it's done, it doesn't get undone. Here, there is space and time. Just the other side is a different dimension. I read out of questions. Should I read another poem? Because I ran out of the people and the questions. What do you think? A group where we can ask you questions without the video crashing whenever you try to answer. Is it crashing now? Is it not working? Is this what you're trying to say, Kelsey? Does it suck? Because for me, I can't see it when it stops. It was amazing. Facebook eventually deleted us watching a replay. So rude. I know they deleted all of those. They deleted the empath class, all that sort of stuff. What can we do to connect with our guides? You just talk to them. Literally, that's it. Talk to them, invite them into your space, ask for support, express gratitude. Can you see the Akashic records? I've never really tried because I don't necessarily need them because when I sit with someone or with a group or whatever, I can see all of their stuff. And I'm not as interested in, I don't know, the history of it all. If we are here to learn certain things, does that mean we are not allowed to know what it is we are supposed to learn? Most of the time, we can kind of guesstimate, but no, we don't get the answers to the test before we take the test. I got a lot of plants going on. Hey. All right. We're going to read another poem. Which one? Uh, hmm. Are we ready? That's a good title, chapter of a title. It's chapter 5, The Purpose to Life. Um, and the poem is called Struggling. When you feel you continue to come up against the same wall over and over, you need to see it for what it is. You are at the point in your life where you are on the precipice of mastering the lesson you have been working on. You are not being punished or doing something wrong. You are not being left alone to flounder around and suffer. Your guides and higher self are trying to lovingly let you know the answer to the lessons you are learning. You would never take a huge exam without studying. It is the same with life lessons. Practice makes progress because perfect does not exist. So take the time to be grateful for the lesson you are working through. Try not to fight the process, but rather ponder what your focus should be. You have the strength to learn and grow. Recognize that. Dwell on that. You are stronger than you think. Hey, that actually, somebody just asked that question. Just don't want the answers. Just, am I on the right path of learning? We are always on the right path. Why? Why can't we know what lessons we should take? That's unfair. Yeah, I think my favorite saying is life isn't fair, because when it's fair, again, we're not necessarily learning or progressing. And, on the other side of that, I think it's completely fair, right? It's fair in its unfairness. Do our guides lead us with how we feel when trying to make day to day? Sorry. Do our guides lead us with how we feel when trying to make day to? I don't understand the question, Leah. Can you retype it? How soon after passing can you reach out in hopes to hear from them? My mom passed in December. Thank you. Do you do readings? So you can reach out right off the hop. I always say nobody should come to somebody like me for at least a year after you've lost somebody that you're really close to. Um, and I put kind of a caveat or an explanation. So don't go to somebody like me until when you wake up in the morning and you remember that person is dead, it doesn't take your breath away. Like you can still breathe. Then you can go to somebody like me, but it for sure wouldn't be more or less than a year. Sometimes it's, more like 2 years, maybe even 3. Grief is a process that is necessary yet painful. And also sorry for your loss, Melanie. Can you talk about soul families? Are they just our family and friends or everywhere we ever interacted with? I'm confused. It's your family and friends, and sometimes as far as like acquaintances or coworkers, pretty much anybody you learn from or teach in a life. I keep feeling that I need to use my life experience to help others. I was a community support person for years. Can you ask guides how I can start? That is more something that I would tune into in a private reading, because here I give general answers and I couldn't give a general answer for that. It's not crashing for me. That's good. Everything seems fine. I'm so happy to catch you live and wish I had a question for you, but don't have one. I just love listening to you. When I don't feel like I'm doing something, is that my guides lately feeling hermity? No, that's definitely yourself, not your guides. They don't sort of put us or change our moods or anything like that. That's on us. If you were playing a new video game or sports, you would want a challenge. I think of life as similar. I like that. I heard two older women's voice once when I was so angry with my child. The voice said, "What's happening?" The second one, she was talking, but my kids were so noisy I didn't understand. Was this my guides? Yes, probably. Will Los Angeles get help or needs from government? Tens of thousands of people are displaced and the city is really falling apart. Or will we be on our own? I would love to say help is coming. But see, this is what people got mad at me for yesterday. The government is crumbling very quickly. And so LA is kind of the last thing on like their mind, which is horrible. And now I guarantee Canada doesn't want to come down anymore and help. I love you guys, but uh, I don't know. There's a lot of tension now between the countries. Um, my mom told me not to hate someone too strongly because that's how my soul built a tie with that person's soul. And such a tie could continue after we reincarnate. Yeah, it is kind of true. So hate does really affect us physically and can make us sick, but also most of the people that you truly, truly, really feel like you hate in this life, you already have a really strong soul connection. You're going to be connected to them no matter what if they impact your life. My mom told me not. Oh no, I already read that. My 43-year-old son has schizophrenia and in the hospital. A mom in my support group was killed 2 days ago by her schizophrenic son. I am devastated and scared. Can one of your guides sit with me? Yes, Gail. She's right next to you and she'll help you calm down for a little bit. Could you share some cool stories of where your psychic insights were confirmed, like readings where things you said were proven later on came true? Um, my sister can. I have, memory loss, so I don't remember stuff like that. I My sister could, like, list tons and tons of them. Um, I can't. Probably some of the people on here could. And I do get a lot of messages being like, "Oh my gosh, like, it's 6 months later, and exactly what you said that was gonna happen, happened." I don't yeah, I have short-term and long-term memory loss. I barely remember yesterday, and for me, it's always March of 2020. So, yeah. Oh, my dog is moving. Are some children imaginary friends? Are some children's imaginary friends their guides? Yes, or loved ones. Hi, Julie. I just moved back to my hometown, and my mother, who is buried in the nearby cemetery, is literally now my neighbor. She never wanted me to leave. Did she have anything to do with us finding this house? Oh, probably. Hi, Amber. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy. You're welcome. Is there a way to help you from getting in trouble? Who can we tell to lay off? I'll defend you. Who, me or Canada? You were right about what would happen if T won. Was I? I don't remember what I said. Again, I'm not joking when I just say I have very, like, long, like, permanent, memory issues, which probably will get worse as I age rather than better. Look at see there, I was right. I'm sorry people are taking issue with your honesty, but I definitely appreciate it and you. Yeah, people just, it's I think it's hard for humans when it feels like all day you're fighting or you're trying to defend like your view or the things that you truly believe in. And then somebody like me gets on and is like la di da and like talks about it, maybe even not flippantly, but kind of casually. And all you want to do is let out like that anger and frustration and tension that you're carrying with you. And it's easier to let it out on somebody like me who you're probably never going to meet or see. You won't see the effects of it. You won't see if it upsets me or not, or if I am sad about it. So I get it. It doesn't make it okay, but I get it. Yeah, stuff like that about LA. It would be helpful to be able to ask you stuff without pushback from others or the internet crashing. So groups or where we could talk about stuff like that. Okay, Kelsey, yes, that makes sense. How do you know that your guides are around you? Because they're always around you. How do you hear them? Is it like a voice or a feeling? It can be all of those things. So it can be an actual audible voice. It can be a feeling. It could be signs like showing a lot of numbers. That's a common thing, or even like a different vibration in your body or in your chest. Damn, sorry for the language. What's the best way to break the tie with the person that I never want to run into ever in all of my life? You can't. And let me tell you, I have a couple of those people myself, and I just have resigned myself to the fact that everything has a purpose. At one point, you mentioned that after COVID, there would be a lot of technology issues, banking, etc. That has definitely happened. Oh, look at that. W- Were the LA fires deliberate? I am curious. Not gonna answer that one because then people will get really mad at me. Are there parts of your NDE that you keep private and don't tell? Yes. Yes. Because there's certain things, I don't know, that wouldn't make sense here. Yeah. Do we have our senses on the other side? Yes, but like times a million. Tons of things you said would happen did. Yay. Are some of us meant to never get guidance from our spirit guides that we can understand, hear, feel? Yes. When did you accept your gifts? In Christmas 2015, no, yeah, 2015. I didn't start sort of practicing them not on family and friends until February of 2016. Ha, no answers to LA is the answer. Yes. Sometimes the non-answer is the answer, right? My boyfriend's lost both his parents in a house fire in December. Oh, I'm so sorry. What can he do to help himself through the grief and sadness? Also, do souls leave their physical body before a tragic death? That is awful. And I don't think there is anything right now that's gonna help him. He just has to grieve and be sad and angry and all of those things. And yes, our souls leave our physical body, especially things like fire. The only one I have not ever seen somebody leave as of yet is drowning, because it's more of a peaceful death. But yeah. How did that come about, you accepting your gifts? My husband actually heard a little kid that was trying to talk to me, and my big thing was I didn't want people to think I was crazy. And as soon as he could vouch um, for me, all of a sudden it was like a light switch and it just turned on. Um, and then I delivered my first message that day. Where you can read about it and it goes into great detail is my book. You can get it on Amazon and at most bookstores, but Amazon's the best for me. So, yeah, because I self-published. Um, was the pandemic also planned? No, it was not. I can answer the question about the fires here. We are finding it today on the local news that some of them were, and then you didn't say any. Oh, were set. Oh, ugh. Well, I'm not answering that one. Yes, everybody send love to Andy and her boyfriend or their boyfriend. Sorry, I can't assume gender. Um, do you also talk to your guides or angel? Do you talk to angel? No, just my guides. Buy Amber's book. It's amazing. It's simple, is what it is, because I wrote it like a year after the stroke, so my language was still being learned, and the amount that I could say and put in it was more limited. Ooh, I had a near drowning experience, definitely saw spirits, elders. What an experience that was. Yes. It's a more peaceful experience as far as I've heard or seen from people who have drowned. Hey, it must be so interesting to have the gift you hold at the moment. I know it comes with some extras, but I am sure if you could choose, you would keep them, your gifts. Yes, I would 100% keep them. I would have accepted them earlier if I had a conscious choice. I just bought your book. Looking forward to reading it. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm still, some days I sell none. Most days I sell like one, um, maybe two. I was scammed after you answered my question yesterday. Message said she had a message for me. I thought it was you. What a message that you received from a recently departed husband. Watch out. Yes. So the scammers were out in full force on my Facebook page yesterday. And a lot of the time, somehow, I can't see them. But I was able to see them yesterday and delete some of the comments. And I think I blocked them. But everybody has to remember, if there is no blue check mark on Facebook or Instagram, it is not me. I am verified, right? So it says West Coast Medium and a blue check mark. Yesterday, they had the same name, West Coast Medium, but you had to friend them. I can't have friends because it's a business page, and you had to message them. I never solicit people for readings. The other one was West Coast Medium Amber Kavanaugh, which is also, again, not me. And if you ever click on their pages, they share, like they steal my videos and my posts and share them as their own, but they are not me. So look for the check mark. If ever you are wondering, hey, is it Amber? Just go to my page and message me. I have no problem talking you through it. Do we choose the exact way we pass away, even down to the day, time, minute? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes we choose the why or the how, other times the exact moment or experience. It's not like concrete. Do you believe in soul walk ins? I haven't had an experience with it, so I can't say whether or not I believe it. I haven't seen it, so I don't feel I can judge it. So, if free will plays a huge part in life, um, what is the most efficient and best way to live my life according to my free will? Can I just consistently demand things happen in my life? That's not really how free will works. Free will is our ability to choose what we do and feel in any given moment. Lots of scammers out there. It's nonstop and it's been happening for years. And Facebook doesn't take it seriously. Like they don't delete the profiles, and yet they penalize me constantly. I'm now like demonetized. Not that I think the most I ever made in a year was like $100. Now I can make nothing. Yeah, I reported and blocked one. Yes, always look for the blue check mark. Yes. That's exactly what they wanted me to do. I reported them. Yes, thank you. Also, do you still do private readings, by the way? If so, how to get one? Yes, I do. I post everything on my Facebook page, and always look for the blue check mark because every time I post a reading, the scammers message every comment. Not a fan of Mr. T, but Was him signing the order for restricting gender affirming care for people. What? Sorry, Diane, I don't. Oh, the right. Sorry. Was him signing the order restricting gender affirming care for people under 19 the right thing? That's not for me to say. There was a purpose behind it. I and my guides, yeah, I don't think much of what is happening right now in the States is the right thing. It's it is a great lesson for humankind. So I guess lessons are great and it's nice to learn. Um, but it's sad. I would love to know more about your book. You said you are self-published. Yes, I am. Yes, I am with help. Sarah Winiecki helped me. She typed while I talked. And so I caught I'm not financially savvy, as you can tell. So not only does it have my poems and stuff, but it has pictures. And the pictures, just the pictures in the book, cut my profit per book in half. So, and they're not even in color because if they were in color, it made me have no profit at all, not even a little bit. I think like 30 cents a book. So yeah, there's not that many pictures, but there's a few. And there's me. Um, it's the story of the NDE, but also like a general sort of introduction about me, how I accepted my gifts, and then the stroke, the NDE, and everything I learned from it, or the things that were confirmed by going to the other side. And then each of my guides has a chapter in the end. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. You look at, there's me. That's after the stroke in the forest. I feel that I need to write a book one day, but I have no idea how to get started. Just write it. And then it apparently, like, it is super easy to self-publish on Amazon. It is expensive if it's an actual book because you have to pay for cover design usually. Like it it took me a long time to make back the money that I put into the book. And now, if I'm selling one, maybe two books a day, like, it's not a money making endeavor. It's more if you feel you need to say something, it feels really good. Um, Her book is very good. Hey, thank you. How do we know who our guides are? You don't necessarily, you don't need to, but you can get to know them by talking to them or going to somebody for them to talk to them for you. I bought your book when I was in Nanaimo, but I left it with my husband's 98-year-old Nana because she was so interested in your story that I just had to lend it to her. I can't wait to read it though. Oh, that's so sweet. Where is it? If there was a third WW, how could we be a light to help others through it? I don't even want to think about it. Yeah, I don't think I want to delve into that very much. Also, do your guides have any special messages for us today? Yes, I think honestly that it's okay. We're going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. We know what we're doing, and there's strength in numbers of souls. And if it gets too much for us, ask them for help. When we get to the other side, do we all have a big party and talk about what just happened? Yes. The Orange Man announced today he wants to create a task force to eradicate anti-Christian bias. If you got a chance to sit down with him, what would you say? I don't think I can answer that. Just talking about it a little bit yesterday caused some very not nice things to be directed towards me, and that is not fun. I'm already anxious about what the world is going through, and I am Canadian, and I don't want to tick off like half of the people that watch me. Do you believe in manifesting or any activity that involves speaking something into existence? I sure do. Meaning of 555, I see it a lot. Honestly, repeating numbers, whether like any repeating numbers, 555, 222, 111, are usually your guides saying, "Hey, good job. You're on the right path. We're here for you." Was that Peter? Maybe. Hello. Have you ever heard of something called a God spark? I was told in a reading that my God spark is in my throat chakra, but I don't know what to do with it because I can't find much about it online. I have no idea what that is. I have never heard of it. I think I do have to go though. I've got to get my dog to doggy daycare because I'm going for a hair appointment. Woohoo! I'm at that age where I got some grays and I don't like them, so I cover them. Um, if I see 444, is that always also a sign? Yes. All right. All right. Bye, everybody, and have a good day. And I hope this sort of, I don't know, mood control and moment of calm helps you through your day. And I'm grateful for all of you. And if anything I said in this video rubbed you the wrong way, maybe internally really think about your effect and your words directed to other people. And if you're frustrated, maybe write it down, think about it before you type it and send it to me. Because, yeah, thanks. Bye.